Hello out there
Facebook!
in Facebook land.
Greetings.
Gosh.
I got my shirt.
All right, the Hometown Movie Guys.
Hey.
2 out of 3 wear the shirt.
Yay.
We've got Mr. Brooks Brothers here.
So, I saw, the big deal was that I saw on, matter of fact, I think we have it on one of our top of the hour state news broadcasts today, that all Arizona counties have finally gotten to the point where they can somewhat reopen all businesses, including theaters and
How about
fitness
bars?
centers
The
and
bars open?
yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on in that area that are going to make for some interesting stories. But yeah, at least they're able to open up to some extent. There's still some social distancing things. But what about the theater? Where are we at with that?
We're at 50%.
Yeah.
Kind of a note of caution on that, though. Yesterday, they did come out with the new numbers for Department of Health Services, and Gila County went above our benchmarks again for the. We were at 107 cases per 100,000. We're supposed to be below 100, so I'm not sure if we miss it again next week, if we're going to go back into the more.
I heard some conjecture too that part of that might have been older reporting that was just finally reported.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that matters, though. You know, I mean, they just look at the straight numbers. So,
right.
Again, like I said, I'm kind of curious there, but.
So 50% capacity, that's a little bit better than it was a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. We're still not really having to worry about that, but
Right.
we have that capability now.
So what are the movies playing this weekend, starting today?
So I did a couple new ones. Yeah, Infidel.
Yay.
Oh, it's about my relatives. Who's playing an infidel?
Jim Caviezel.
Ah.
Oh.
And everybody
love
knows his
him.
name from,
Well, The Passion of the Christ,
Right.
of course.
he played
And
Christ.
also on Netflix, Person of Interest,
Ah.
which is a wonderful series. My husband and I have watched it twice. It's so good. Yeah,
Very good.
and it's a long series. It's excellent, excellent. Yeah. No, he's one of my favorite. I mean, he's one of the few conservatives in Hollywood, and he's an absolutely amazing actor and an amazing person.
Very interesting. And so that ought to be a big attraction.
Go to Infidel.
Yes,
Yeah.
we hope so.
And Caviezel was in a movie a few years ago. Also, the director is a guy named Cyrus Norristish.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, it's an Iranian name, even though the guy is from Colorado. But he wrote in this, oddly enough, in this movie, Infidel, Caviezel plays an American who is kidnapped by Iranian agents in Cairo.
Wow.
And the story is about his struggle of his wife to spring him, and with less than cooperative American.
Yeah, based on a true story.
Yeah.
And the name of this again is?
Wow.
Is Infidel.
This is Infidel. And so it's based, the whole movie based on a true story.
based
I didn't
on true facts.
I should have worn
Real
my
stuff.
I should have worn my Infidel T-shirt. I have one. I
I
have
have a
several,
couple that could
actually.
probably qualify on that title, but we won't go there.
And the same director and the same Caviezel, same actor, also did a movie together a few years ago called The Stoning of, I think it's Soraya.
Oh yeah,
M.
that was a true story too.
Also a true story,
Oh,
also
horrible.
involved with
Yeah.
the Iranian theocracy.
Yeah.
So,
Very interesting.
so
Every time, and it'll put in perspective, every time you think things are bad here, trust me, it can always be worse. Go to Iran and check that out.
well, go almost anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
True.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Mexico, for instance.
Oh,
Sorry.
Lujan.
I didn't
My
say-
husband's from New Mexico, and we keep talking to his mother about. That's just it's like a whole different world. I mean, they have shut down tighter than a drum still.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's taking a slightly different approach.
Yeah.
So we have,
In New Mexico, when you see a movie, cowboy movie or something that's set in Arizona in the 1880s, chances are it was filmed in New Mexico.
Right.
New Mexico has a very generous.
Right.
well, back then we were all one state, right? We can use that as a cheap excuse.
Well, it was New Mexico territory, I think,
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. But New Mexico has really good tax benefits for filming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they take your money and give it to Hollywood so that they'll
Right.
make movies in New Mexico.
New Mexico.
And Arizona has really fallen off the mark when it comes to trying to attract, and we've shown a real lack of desire to attract movies.
Well, the people in Arizona so far have been resistant to the idea that we tax you and give the money to some Hollywood producer so he'll
Right.
film
Right.
in Arizona. I don't know how you feel about that.
No, that actually seems almost, what's the word, logical. I mean, to be upset by that. So we have Infidel starts today.
Yes.
And you have another new movie starting today?
Well, a new old movie.
A new old movie.
Yes,
Old movie.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, that had Bette Midler, didn't it?
Bette Midler and
Yes.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, my
Right.
goodness.
Yeah, kind of it's a PG.
Yeah.
Right, they're all witches.
Yes, yeah.
Just in time for Halloween.
Halloween movie,
Yeah.
yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to be kind of seeing that for the next 5-6 weeks or so. It's kind of a mix of classic films and newer stuff as we can get it.
But I mean, that's a good comedy. I've seen that movie, and
Oh, yeah,
it's funny stuff. And in this day and age, with all the other nonsense going on, I think it's great to just be able to take a break and watch something funny.
you go.
We all need a little bit more of something to laugh at besides me.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
What, you're funny?
No, it's just people laugh at me anyway. They laugh at my lack of funniness. So what else do we have playing besides those two new ones?
Well, we still got classic-wise, Empire Strikes Back. We'll have that for
Dun,
another week.
dun, 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 dun,
Some
dun.
stuff.
I'm your father.
Yeah, if you're a Star Wars fan, get out and see this one.
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
big
I
screen
might have to
again.
come down and
Yes.
check it out this weekend, just because I really have thoroughly enjoyed, most all of the Star Wars. They used to be a trilogy, and now it's a 7-G or whatever that is.
Anthology.
Yeah, a whole bunch of
Yeah.
Anthology, there you go.
But
Excellent.
to see it on the big screen with, I mean, you've got sound system where you feel the bass in when some of the Star Cruisers are flying over and stuff. I mean, it's a good experience.
It's a pretty crisp print too.
Yeah.
It looks really good up there. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I got to see it last week, and it was really good. I mean, it really holds up well. Arguably, I mean, the best of all the Star Wars films.
I think so.
And that was the second one to come out.
Yes.
Yeah, episode 5.
Yeah.
That darn modern math. I tell you. But it was a really, like I said, most all of them. There's been a couple of the more recent ones. One in particular, not the most recent, but the one before that I left the theater kind of scratching my head a little bit.
Don't get me started on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing, and you can see it when you're watching the movie. You can see it. There's none of the CGI business. It's all
Yeah.
all the spaceships and everything are models, and
Like
it makes it different.
old school special
Yeah,
effects.
old school special.
Really good
effects.
stuff.
Yep.
Just like in 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
I mean, you think about that. That was Douglas Slocum. I remember him well because he was the special effects guy for Kubrick on that. And it was just the stuff he did was amazing.
And that's still, as far as effects go, that's still a
Oh.
pretty good movie to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not, when you, like we mentioned last week, I think when I go back and I see the very first Star Wars movie to come out, at the time it was so much eye candy.
Episode 4.
It was so mind-boggling to begin with. But now when you go back, it's
Yeah.
like you can kind of see some holes in
Mhm.
the technology where they've refined that more
Yeah.
with some of the more
Yeah,
recent
well,
ones.
some of that first one, I think they were actually still scratching the film, like physically scratching and then coloring it in with a little bit of red to make those laser bursts.
Right.
Whoa.
Right. I know.
That'd be some
Whoa.
tedious work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So now you mentioned that you went and saw The Empire Strikes Back last week.
Correct.
Any other movies in the last week or so that you've seen?
Last night I saw Nomads.
Nomads.
Uh-huh.
And was this on the Zombie Network or where's Nomads?
No, it's Amazon Prime.
Ah.
And, I get to sit, 2 feet from my computer and watch a movie, a little 1.5 by 12-inch screen. It's not the same as going to the theater. I'll
Well,
tell
that's
you
for
that.
sure.
Gosh.
But Nomads is really good. It's John Tiernan,
I don't know.
somebody.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Anyway, it was the first movie ever done by Pierce Bronson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays a French anthropologist in Los Angeles. He's just gone to Los Angeles to take
So a Brit playing a French guy in the United States.
Irish.
He's
Oh, he's
actually-
Irish,
He's Irish.
okay.
Pierce Brosnan.
Even weirder.
Irish.
Yeah, exactly.
So Irish.
Yeah, and he really has the mannerisms of what you would expect a French academic to act like. I mean, he's
Cheese in his hip pocket.
he's really good. I mean, just I was amazed at how good he was. But the story is about demon possession by Eskimo demons.
Those Eskimo demons, they're always wanting to rub your nose.
So,
Interesting.
yeah,
Wow. That's,
but I mean, really well done. His first movie, and the director went on to make Die Hard.
so some big
Yeah.
budget movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was not a big budget movie, but it was really well done. Leslie Ann Down played
Oh,
the lead, the
she's
leading
wonderful.
lady.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Very interesting. What about you, Tina? I mean, you're always watching movies. What have you been catching?
Well, I've gone back to Blacklist because there's a new season on with Blacklist.
Oh, the series.
And James Spader, I could watch James Spader read the telephone book.
He plays
He's
that
so
part pretty
good.
well. There's a certain mystique involved and a certain kind of over the edge aspect involved.
Well,
I mean,
and
a lot of
he's-
different things there.
He's just does whatever he feels is right, no matter what. He's completely separate. One of the things I've noticed about him is that when somebody is asking him a question, if he doesn't want to answer, he just keeps on in what he wants to talk about.
Mhm.
You know, that once in the Canary Islands when I was, you know, on a boat and drinking, you know, Chateau Neuf de Pape. Yeah, I mean, James Spader is an amazing actor. And back in the day when he was young and had a full head of hair, one of the movies that he was in was Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, the one with
Wolf with Michelle Pfeiffer and Jack Nicholson.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Boy, that was a good movie.
Oh,
That
it
was
was
probably
super-
the best werewolf movie
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, really good.
Jack
Yeah,
Nicholson
Jack
and Michelle
Nicholson.
Pfeiffer. You think?
Oh,
Yeah,
be
yeah.
still my heart. And James Spader was pretty evil. But he has this way of staring without blinking that is so compelling, you know, when the camera is up close.
Mhm.
So Blacklist is wonderful.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about the movies that are starting up today. What are some of the other movies that are playing at the Sawmill Theaters this week?
We still have Tenant and Unhinged.
Ah, Those are-
Unhinged, Russell Crowe, yeah, the road rage thing.
Yeah.
I should get out and see that one.
how's that been doing in the box office? Not only here, but nationally, do you know?
Yeah, well, you know, everything is kind of off on the box office right now.
Right.
You know, the struggle we have right now really is that California and New York are still closed. And that's the...
Those are big theater markets.
Yeah, they're huge theater markets, yeah. So that's all kind of screwing everything up right now. But yeah, no, here they've done okay.
Yeah, Tenants done pretty good too?
Tenant's done okay. You know, Tenant's kind of one of those weird movies. Did you hear something?
I have no idea. The good, the bad, and the ugly are here.
Tina did her thesis.
You decide which is
My
which.
thesis, right, I know. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That was an interesting little movie cue there.
Well, there's a little thing on YouTube with the Danish National Orchestra playing The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and also the other themes from the other spaghetti westerns. It's
Right.
just fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
So I've
cool.
been watching that. too.
So, you know, when it comes to, how about the, was it last weekend that you did the faith-based movie deal?
Yes,
And how'd that go?
War Room.
War Room. It did okay. I think
Yeah.
we had about 30 people show up.
Oh, that's cool.
So not
Pretty
great, but not a disaster. And
Yeah. It's a
You know,
good movie.
we've kind of seen that here. Last weekend we did see some hope. I think we had a decent turnout. That's what I'm
Right.
trying to say. You know, it's been pretty slow, but we've seen some. We're starting to see some signs of a return to
Whatever normal is.
yeah, something. I mean, still not normal, but closer to normal.
Less abnormal.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
And we have on
Less
coming up
abnormal.
the free movie, right?
Yeah,
The
a
10th?
week from tomorrow, we've got
Yeah.
like a double header early Saturday morning, right?
Hey,
Yes, yeah, that's
Yeah.
The Patriot.
yes.
Patriot for free.
Mel Gibson, free.
Gotta love free.
Yeah.
And that's a great movie.
Oh my
Um,
goodness, yeah. Yeah, and
The-
Heath Ledger was still alive
Right.
and was fabulous.
Right, did a great job.
Yeah, there's that one scene where back in the olden days, they had a custom called bundling, where
Yes.
they would put a board through the middle of the bed so you couldn't go from one side to the other theoretically. But if you were engaged,
Yeah.
you could spend the night with your engagee,
You're betrothed.
betrothed, but you weren't supposed to go over the board.
And if you get up in the morning and you got splinters, you got some splaining to do.
That's just
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
oddest custom, but that was.
It was actually true.
Yeah, that they showed that in there.
Wow,
It was
that's
funny.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith Ledger was the
One of the bundlers.
one of the bundlers. Yeah.
Okay, so now
Yeah.
you mentioned that it's a double whammy, and the
Oh.
first is absolutely
terrible.
free. What comes on after that?
Well, at the same time,
Oh, at the same
simultaneously,
time.
yes, because he's got lots of theaters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are we doing?
It's a faith movie of some sort.
Oh, really?
Is that next week?
Yeah.
Is it the 20?
Oh, it's the
Oh.
No, it's a couple weeks out. No, that's a couple weeks out, the next Faith film.
no, it's the potatoes one.
Yeah, no, that's on the,
The potatoes.
I think it's on the
Faith
21st. I was
faith
thinking in
like
the middle.
potatoes.
Faith like
Faith like
potatoes?
potatoes, that's coming up. No, I think that's gonna be
Faith
with,
like potatoes?
we gotta double check that one. I
Yeah.
think that Faith, what is today? Today's the
This
third.
is second?
Today's the
Second
second.
night.
So the 10th, next Saturday is the 10th.
I think it's
Yeah.
on the 17th then, is a Faith like potatoes. We're gonna get some verification on that.
We don't,
we'll know
we
by
don't
next-
know
we're just-
anything.
No, we're just getting all these set up, but I'm pretty sure it's the 17th, the third Saturday of the month.
Now, is it still the first Saturday of the month that you do the classic movie?
Well, we were going to, but
However.
yeah, tomorrow we've got the we're going to show Smokescreen tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
We've got some anti-marijuana legislation,
Right.
or actually an anti-marijuana film. You know, we've got
Right.
we got some legislation coming up on the ballot here for November 3rd. So this is Janelle Sterner is getting that all set up for us.
Really?
So
And the name of the movie is again?
Smokescreen.
You went with Smokescreen rather than Reefer Madness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this one's
Had to
this was produced by the state of Idaho, I believe, and,
Right.
kind of showing what happened in Colorado
Mhm.
when they went through and legalized marijuana and some of the bad side effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on the legislation, evidently the legislation is pages and pages and pages of regulations that will go into the Arizona State Constitution.
Change the Constitution.
Yeah, that's what initiatives do.
Yeah.
And it isn't, I mean, for some people anyway, would say that it isn't so much that they're doing the
Whoa. You guys need to turn your phones
well,
off.
we don't know how to do that. It isn't so much that they want to legalize pot, but that, you know, there's all of these other regulations that are going along that you can't get rid of. The legislature can't overturn it. It has to go through another initiative process.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
It's very, very problematic.
Yeah. At the best, you want to, I mean, if you're going to vote for something, you want to read what you're voting for, and
Right.
apparently it's quite lengthy to research it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do your homework.
Anyway, that's next Saturday
Yeah.
or tomorrow.
No, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
smoke
yeah.
screen.
Smoke screen.
tomorrow.
Oh, I get it.
That's,
What time is-
Smoke
what
screen.
time is
9
that?
a.m. That's
And
like
for
9
those of you
a.m.
that want it legalized here in Arizona, just a quick reminder, the concession stand at the Sawmill Theaters is well stocked. So now.
Screaming Yellow Zonkers.
Yeah, that's right. So what about other movies down the pipeline?
Well, we
Just-
still haven't talked about all the ones that are starting today.
We haven't?
No.
Okay.
Minions.
Oh, Minions. Yeah,
Oh,
Minions still here. Minions is still here.
Minions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got that one as a. We set up kind of a kids classic thing on that. That's at 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
Ah, neat.
$7 to get in, and you get a small drink and a small popcorn with that.
Wow.
And
Just $7.
yeah,
$7 and a drink and a popcorn along with the movie. That, I mean,
Come on.
where do you get a deal like that?
nowhere.
Other than
Only
the
here.
Sawmill Theater.
Only
Sawmill
here.
Theater.
Right.
That's right.
That's it.
And if you haven't seen Minions, those guys are so cute. They invented a
They're
whole.
cuter than Andy.
Oh yeah, loads. They invented a whole
It's a low
language.
bar.
And now for today's editorial.
Jeez.
Do you feel the love, Andy?
Not anymore.
I'm in the
I think it's just
I'm
gas.
snarkista this morning.
For the Minions, they invented a whole language that's internally consistent.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't speak Minion, so all we hear is.
I have to say, I've watched a lot of that stuff with the Minions because of my grandkids, and I have to just come out of the closet and say, I've thoroughly enjoyed them. I thought they were really funny,
really
well written,
fun.
well put together. The
It's a good-
technology and everything is good.
Yeah.
Whoever is putting together the storyboard for those things has got to have a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
Not to
Good.
mention a lot of creative juices.
Yeah.
So what about other, now that we've gotten that taken care of, what about other movies coming down the pipeline?
Next Friday is the Broken Hearts Gallery. It's a romantic comedy.
Ah,
Doesn't sound funny to me.
there's nothing funny about romance.
With whom?
I don't know.
What?
Some people.
A bunch of people got together, put together a movie. No, I'd say this girl, she was going through a breakup, and she sets up a gallery where people can bring mementos from their relationship to kind of get some closure. I guess leave them there. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, looks all right.
What else?
Next week.
Although we could talk about that for a long
I
time.
can't say what I'm thinking.
Then we got we're bringing Coco
Can you
back.
bring your old ex and just leave them
Just leave
there?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
So I'm bleeding.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what else? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Wood chipper. Yeah.
Ooh. Don't try this at home. These are trained professionals.
Margo!
When I kiss you, I taste what other men have had for lunch.
Ew!
Oh no.
You broke my heart.
Is this X-rated or is it
I think
just
we're
me?
getting the Freudian side of Andy here. That's right. So
You know,
what-
Disney's got a couple new things. We got the Hocus Pocus today, and then next Friday is Coco.
Coco.
Another was a Disney Pixar film.
Is that like Coco the Clown?
No.
No. It's
See, I'm dating myself.
actually a Hispanic film.
Ah.
Animated Hispanic about the Day of the Dead, and
Oh, okay.
another one kind of
about
Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah, it's about a 10-year-old Mexican kid who goes to Mexican hell. It's very colorful.
It was a good one. It was a
But
good
there's
one.
tacos.
There sounds cheerful.
We're really selling that one very good. It's a good movie. It is. It's a good movie for the
No,
kids.
it is a lot of fun, and it's really bright and full of tropical colors.
Ah, there you
And,
go.
and I know Andy disagrees with me on this one, but on the 16th is Nightmare Before Christmas. Tim Burton,
Yeah.
kind of a Halloween Christmas thing. Jack Skellington trying to get Christmas to come to Halloween Town, and just a kind of a musical, weird, quirky cult classic for sure. But that's on the 16th. Then
Right.
Yeah, Tim Burton is very creative.
it's pretty
Yeah.
weird. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird, but yeah, it's.
Is that
it's
Johnny
actually-
Depp in that?
It's
Who's it?
animated.
Who's it? Oh, it's
Yeah,
animated.
it's an animated
Okay.
one.
But
Yeah.
he might be doing a voice.
Yeah,
thing.
he's
Do a
doing one of the
voice,
voices, yeah.
seems to
Might be.
me. But anyway, he's done a lot of Tim Burton. So,
Very cool.
yeah.
So lots of things going on. You can always find out what's playing and when it's playing by just going online to sawmilltheaters.com. But get on out there and support the local theater. Obviously they've had a tough time, as a lot of different businesses have, but not only is it great to be able to support them and all the things that they do for the community, but with everything else going on in the world right now, it's just a great time to get down to the Sawmill Theaters and take a little mental vacay to somewhere else. And they got a lot of different options for you.
Milk duds.
And they have milk duds
Ooh.
and popcorn and pop
Yeah.
and all kinds of other good stuff. Also, as just a caveat to that, don't forget that Main Street Days is going on this weekend. So starting tonight and then goes all day tomorrow and half the day on Sunday. So get on down to Main Street, check that out, and kind of weave into your plan, maybe swinging over to the Sawmill Theaters, catching a movie, and maybe swinging into one of the restaurants there and getting yourself some lunch, and make a day of it, just having fun down on Main Street, and make sure you stop into the Sawmill Theaters.
Talked to a lady yesterday who's going to be starting up carriage rides on Main Street.
I know who you're talking to, too.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
She's a very
Just
special
like New
lady.
York Central Park.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent.
And she's a neat lady.
Oh.
I think it's going to be a great business.
Great.
I'm looking forward to it.
We're out of time, but thanks again to the Hometown Movie Guys for being with us this morning. We appreciate you joining us on Facebook Live. And we're going to get people back to more of their favorite music and get DJ Pammy in here to do her thing. So we got to head out. But thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.